Joel has now been evicted. This was a really hard eviction for me. And it was definitely hard because that boy tried so hard to stay in this game.
Hey there. So your girl has had a busy fucking day. I must have had at least 3 new calls with people that I've never spoken to before, starting with Luis. We talked for about 45 minutes, and it was a really great conversation. We're working in the same alliance with Noah, Latanya, and Kevin, but we've never really spoken one-on-one, so that was pretty cool.
Joe gets evicted unanimously, and now we're competing for HOH, so the most important thing is for Ronnie not to win. Ronnie's the only one that I don't have an alliance with. Like, I literally have an alliance with everyone. I have one with Austin. I have one with the whole crew, Hot Mess. And then I have one with Kevin, and I have one with Noah, kind of like a final 2. Ronnie, I didn't want Ronnie to win, but Ronnie told me that he would keep me safe if I kept him safe, which I would have lied. I wouldn't have kept him safe.
I had to do what I had to do. I could not save Joel. I could not save him by myself, and the way Noah and Latanya are playing this game, not even Latanya, because she's just listening to Noah. It's Noah.
I'm actually playing a really good game, which, I'm surprised.
He's a dictator.
And I really haven't been targeted too much, at least so yet.
I'm telling you, if I'm in this game, when the time is right, I'm sending that bitch out of here.
It's gonna come, but not just yet.
He is my target, point blank in the period. Oh. Also, more tea.
I'm probably in the best seat in the house, which people are starting to pick up on that. And by people, I mean Sean.
I told the Alliance that Sean came to me.
I really don't talk to. I really want him out, but he's throwing my name, saying me and Noah are threats.
I have someone saying that Sean's talking shit about me, so now I'm playing the best game with Louise.
He told me that Lewis and Noah were like the strongest people social-wise, and we got to get one of them, whatever, when really it was me.
So, Sean, I can't take you out because you're on my team, but best believe I will remember what you said about me to Kevin.
Lewis is actually a little more loyal to me than I thought he was, so I kind of regret it, but I still put the target more on Noah than Lewis,
saying that we were 2 big targets. So, Sean, next, when these teams break up and I win HOH, I'm going to go after your ass. Best believe that.
I'm not going to say anything about Lewis anymore, but I did put the target more on Noah.
I can't wait to see how this week turns out.
This head of household competition is called Are You Paying Attention? This will be a race in a battle of mental patience. This competition will be played in a separate Skype chat. Here's how it'll work. This will be a knockout competition in which you will be knocking each other out one by one. Each round I will post a question in the chat that you will race one another to answer. These rounds will be done at random intervals between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern. You don't have to be the first to answer, you just have to work to not be the last, because the last player to answer the question will be eliminated. If you fail to answer within 1 minute of the round, or you answer the question incorrectly, you will also be eliminated. If this happens, only the players who answered incorrectly or failed to answer will be eliminated, in which case we will continue. At the end of the competition, the last player standing will be crowned the next head of household.
Here I am, week 3 HOH, week 1 HOH, and convinced everybody that it was better for their game to vote out Joel over me. Come on, how dumb do you have to be? Why would you keep somebody who's going to be competing in this game and winning HOHs compared to somebody who's 5 hours in difference and never going to be here? Like, come on.
So close to winning HOH, but I didn't know the vote for the last eviction. I thought that there were like 10 people voting, and I just knew that it was a unanimous vote. I guess I should have paid a little more attention to what was said, but I mean, Chase kind of had the upper hand with that question since he was on the block.
So now that Chase is HOH, I'm talking to them. I'm like, put him to the test. Y'all want to say that y'all can control Chase, Noah, Latanya, y'all can control him? Control the bitch. Make sure that I stay off this block this week.
So Chase wins HOH. Cool, thinking I have some kind of pull with him. He doesn't even budge. Alright, cool.
Chase won HOH. So trying to convince this boy that why don't you put up Ronnie?
When Chase won HOH, Ronnie had to give up team captain. And he gave it to Austin.
Of course fucking Ronnie is gonna pass off his team captain to Austin. Duh.
Ronnie passes the tribal captain thing to Austin, which is another stab in my freaking back because I knew at least Chase was going to put up Austin.
I handed off team captain to Austin because Austin just nominated Chase. So the smart thing for Chase to do would be to nominate Austin back.
Chase was the one person that I nominated. I was like, he cannot win HOH, but thank God Ronnie gave me the captain safety. Woo, that was close.
I wasn't surprised. I figured that was going to happen. Other people seem surprised. Not I.
Since I think there's bigger targets on my team, why not give Austin immunity?
Ronnie comes up and goes, I got your back, dude. And I'm like, dude, thank you. You know, I didn't expect it. I did not. Because it kind of puts a target on Ronnie because he uses safety on me.
Me and Ronnie just had a nice hour-long conversation on who we think would be best fit to go out this week.
Have Chase nominate other people. I know that I'm safe with Chase. Maybe we'll get out Dana or Kevin. Who knows?
So everyone was trying to tell him over chats, and I'm like, fuck all of that. I'm gonna go tell him.
I've come to realize I probably should have thrown the comp to him when it was down to final two.
I was really hoping to win. It's time to make some big moves in this game. I was planning on nominating Noah, trying to get him out. Sean keeps talking to me like we're in some type of alliance or something, like he was cheering for me. He would have been my other nominee.
But I didn't check my normal conversation with him. That would have helped a lot because there's a couple people on my team that I feel like are strong competitors and probably should go.
As much as I talked to Chase, told this mother lover, Chase, listen, the boy almost beat you.
I don't feel a big threat from Kayla and Caroline. I do like keeping them around because I do feel like we do have a good connection. But maybe after I tell them that they're going up as pawns, they might get pissed off at me. But if that's the case, I'm not too worried. Hey guys, it's your new head of household here. It's my job as head of household to nominate 2 players for eviction. It's obviously not easy to nominate 2 players for eviction because we're still early in the game, and we're all still getting to know each other. But to keep the blood off my hands to a minimum, I'm gonna have to nominate you, Kayla, and you, Caroline. It's nothing against you guys, but I just don't feel like right now is a good time to start trying to stir the pot. So I'm sorry, and best of luck in veto.
Nominate Caroline and what's that other bitch's name? Kayla, sorry.
I don't know. I think Chase did me dirty because the other night we had a talk. And I was like, if I help you stay, the only thing I request is that you don't put me on the block. What does he do? He puts me on the block.
When Chase first won the competition, he actually came to me and talked to me first. At first, he said he wasn't going to nominate me at all.
It's Caroline and Kayla. Could not be happier. I don't really have ties to Caroline and Kayla, so I'm cool with this nomination.
I really like Kayla. We talk a lot. Caroline, we don't talk at all. I feel like I try and make a connection with her, and every time I talk to her, she just never really talks back.
Caroline and Kayla. Of course, I don't want to put Dana and Kevin up, but you waste your whole HOH on Caroline and Kayla. Like, what real threats are they to you? Okay, maybe a number 2, but really not no big threats, but you're being a bitch ass motherfucker.
Like, look, bro, you nominate Caroline and Kayla, that's fine, whatever, I get it, pawns, whatever.
Caroline, Kayla as pawns, put them both in the same conversation, tell them they're pawns, but really go after Kevin.
I went on call with Chase last night, and he told me to my face that I was safe, and I just hope that, you know, that's the truth.
And then, like, an hour later, I got added to the group chat, and I was like, wait, what's going on?
Dude, after he told me he wouldn't backdoor me, he did. Well, he told me he wasn't going to put me on the block this week, and he did.
Then when he was telling me about the plan to backdoor Kevin, I'm like, why Kevin?
I don't trust Chase 100%. I don't trust him. Like, I don't even trust him 50%.
Kevin, I'm close to, but I mean, I wouldn't care if he got evicted. Basically, I feel he is a really big threat, probably the biggest threat on my team, only because he's so liked.
And yet again, I was used as a pawn to backdoor somebody else.
I have received new information from Dana, and I trust Dana. We're close. And she did say that Kayla told her that Chase added Kayla and Carolyn to a chat, and he said that they're both pawns and that I was the target.
I don't want to go after Dana because me and Dana have a really good connection. I also heard that Ronnie and Dana started off having a good connection, kind of got into a little tussle, but with us three, I think we can go far and take out who we need to take out.
I was like, who is your main target? He says, well, I don't really have one right now. You don't have one right now? Like, how do you not have one? Like, are you stupid? Like, what's wrong with you right now? Like, why are you being such a fucking idiot?
It sucks, but it is what it is. But I swear, if I get screwed over, I will out his game before I leave.
I'm going to give my all in this veto, win it, keep it the same, and let's do it. Hopefully I can win veto, though.
This veto competition is called Seek to Spell. This will be a challenge of both physical and mental skill. You will need to be on camera for this competition, and it will be played individually. Each player will be given 5 minutes to collect as many random household items as they can. After the 5 minutes is up, players will then use the items that they brought back to spell out the longest word they can. But you're going to want to move fast, because even though I am giving you 5 minutes to compete, if 2 or more players tie in the longest word spelt, the player who managed to lock in their final word in the fastest amount of time will break the tie. Here's how it's going to work. Players will only be allowed to use the first letter of every item that they retrieve to spell out their final word. Once you're ready to lock in your final word, the clock will stop and you will show production on camera the items that you have brought back in order to spell your final word. You will not be allowed to use an anagram solver, a dictionary, and will be required to have the word correctly spelled. If you spell the word incorrectly or are missing a letter, you will be eliminated from the competition. If you fail to spell a word in under 5 minutes, you will lose 1 point for each additional minute that you need to spell your final word. After the clock runs out, you have 1 minute to spell your word for production. If you do not have your word ready, you will be eliminated from the competition. Once all players have completed the competition and their words have been scored, the player who spells the longest word or spells the longest word in the shortest amount of time will win the power of veto.
I get it now.
Okay, any other questions?
Nope.
In 3, 2, 1, you have 5 minutes.
Okay, but where is the, what is it?
Dude, what the fuck starts with a U? I know umbrella does, but I don't have a fucking umbrella.
2 minutes, 30 seconds.
No, it's first skill. My mom's
Okay. I need an end.
Two cups like this, and that kind of makes. See.
Okay.
Wait. I'm trying.
Okay. You only need one item for each letter. So do you need 2 C's?
No, I thought I think I messed up I didn't listen. I got a C, and then A with the apples, and S with the soap, and T with the toothbrushes.
But I have a remote for R, earbuds for E, G for glasses, I for ice, and T for tongs. S for silver, still I know. I didn't have nothing. I didn't know.
The word Jack, the name, I guess. Japanese mint oil. Angel. Car keys. And knife.
G, candle. R, right. A as an alien. It's a projector screen. Shaving cream. S, craps.
Okay. Shoe?
Yeah. Lamp.
Oh. Okay.
Inhaler. Gum. Hand sanitizer. And tissues. Hey guys, so I won the power of veto and I have chose to use a power of veto on myself. Chase, since I vetoed one of your nominees, you are hard to nominate a new person.
So Kayla won the veto and used it on herself. So as outgoing HOH, it is my duty to pick a replacement nominee. It's nothing personal, just a game. But my replacement nominee is going to have to be Kevin. Sorry, Kevin. It sucks, but it's just the way the game goes.
When I won the power veto, I was in a bit of shock.
Kayla won. How the fuck that happened, I have no idea. I never would have saw that come in a million years. She told me it was a workout, so I thought for sure she'd lose. So surprise, surprise.
Kayla wins the veto.
Flabbergasted.
Like, holy shit, Kayla won veto. Like, how the fuck did Kayla win veto? But she won, and I'm super, super happy for her. I firmly believe she's gonna use the veto on herself.
So pretty much this week, veto went to shit. I was hoping that Caroline was gonna pick Ronnie to compete, and she didn't get to it. So our plan did not work. There was a few people who want me to put up Ronnie. I really didn't want to. Like I said before in previous videos, he's my ride or die. So I was hoping that he could compete, and he could take down one of them, and we could backdoor Kevin without it being an issue because he wouldn't even be possible to be a replacement nominee.
I thought I would have like the smallest word, to see that some people that had even smaller words lost points because they ran out of the time frame. That shocked me. I was like, I had a bigger word and I was able to stay in the time frame. How does that?
I was almost kind of wishing that the nom stayed the same so I could get less blood on my hands, but it didn't. Kayla won, took herself off. Now Kevin's up.
When I took myself off the block, it made me feel pretty great because I knew I would be safe. I know there was a plan to backdoor Kevin, but part of me is not sure.
Kayla likes to say, she said, oh, Kevin's the target. Kevin? How's Kevin the target? Apparently Kevin was the target, and so since Kevin was the target, no one believed her. No one believed anything she said.
I know the plan before was to get out Kevin, but I don't know. I'm torn whether I want Kevin gone or Caroline gone, but it's not like I have a say anyways.
Spoke to Chase after she used the PLV on herself, and he pretty much alluded to that he was going to put up Kevin. And of course, that's not what I want. I want to see him put up Ronnie.
I realized something that Noah and Lewis did not realize. I realized that Chase is working with Ronnie, and he does not want Ronnie to go home.
Kayla used the veto on herself. At this point, I'm like, Chase, you really should do Ronnie. It's in your best interest to do Ronnie.
Chase wants a pawn. That's what he wants. He wants a pawn. So the right approach is to tell him that if you put Ronnie up as a pawn, that he would stay. Not that he would go home. Not that you want him out of the game.
Kevin and I tried to convince him that putting up Ronnie it would be fine. We'll keep him if that's what he wants. But he was like, no, I've already heard from a couple people to put him up. So he's obviously talking about Noah and LaTanya.
And that's the approach that those two were taking. And when I got on call with him, I realized that. So I took the other approach. And I took the approach, if he goes up, he'll stay. And he even added Dana to the chat, and she started helping me as well, saying that Ronnie would stay. And that we think any three of us could stay.
I mean, it's Kevin. So obviously Kayla wasn't lying.
That really fucked me, because he even said it. Two people already told me that they want Ronnie gone, and that was hurting me. That was hurting my chances of staying off the block.
But he wanted one of us to tell him it would be okay to be pawns, and I almost did it. I almost said that I would do it, but Kevin stopped me. He said don't do it for him, so I didn't, and I feel bad because I feel like supposedly I'd have the votes to stay.
Honestly, Kayla's playing the best game right now. Not making too many promises, just having conversation with people.
And now everybody sees me as a pawn going forward, which is not what I wanted.
I can't say she's on someone's radar, because the token is that she's the perfect pawn. The perfect one.
Kevin cannot go home. He can't. I will fucking go bananas because I can't do it.
Hey guys, so this is my final plea. I feel like I put a lot of effort to be in this game. I've talked to people. I feel like I've been pretty approachable. I would love to stay because I feel like I'm not done in this game yet. I feel like I have a lot more game to play, and I feel like this is not the end of my journey. This is not the end of my journey. This, no shade to Carolyn at all, but this is 2 weeks out of 3 where she's been on the block, and this could be you next week. You could be sitting right next to her, and she could just literally be the perfect pawn all season. I feel like I can be an asset to people in this game. I feel like I've been pretty upfront. I feel like I haven't lied to anybody in this game. So I feel like I'm a pretty honest person. And I feel like I can be an asset to people in this game, while instead of, just being there. I feel like people can actually use me for something in this game. So I hope you guys keep me this week, and good luck to Carolyn.
This is my play video. It's week 3, and yes, I'm on the block again. Kevin said he's not trying to throw shade, but let's face it, making the comments he made is throwing shade, but that's okay, that's part of the game. I'm not mad about that. I don't see myself as a pawn, as he likes to call me. He's talking about that he's reachable, but, I barely see him in the chat room. And when he does, it's not for long. He says he talks to everybody, but I didn't talk to him until last night. I'm always here on time for comps and vetoes when my work schedule admits it. I admit I'm not a strong player, but I'm here to play the game. I have a lot to offer as well. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Just, I feel you should keep me. I'm sociable. I talk a lot in the chat. I'm not a pawn in this game. I don't see myself as a pawn in this game. And for him to call me a pawn when he doesn't even know me is a little odd, but whatever floats his boat to get him to try to keep himself here. I have nothing against Kevin. I don't know Kevin that well, but I've talked to a lot of you, and yeah, I hope you keep me.
I'm gonna campaign my fucking ass off, because if that boy go home, oh, there's gonna be a part of me that nobody wants to see.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm pretty pissed off about the whole situation.
I have no problem telling everybody that I can't stand Caroline, so don't let the door hit her on the ass.
Carolyn, she's not an asset to anybody. I am an asset. I am Kevin Brown. I am an asset. I'm that bitch. Like, I can do things for people in this game.
For once, I would like people to play the game for themselves. Make your own big moves. Stop using me as a pawn. Stop being a fucking pussy and do what you gotta get done to get it done if you want to win this game.
Kevin even told me that Chase told him that he was safe.
Hopefully we can even convince Kayla to vote with the majority so that we can secure. We only need 5 votes this week. That should be a no-brainer.
Everyone thinks we're a duo, but we hardly ever talk. I actually talk to Kevin a lot more than I do Caroline.
I'm supposed to be here basically unanimously. I even shocked that I have Kayla's vote right now.
Guess we'll see if I'm around the next round.
I'm against freaking Carolyn. Like, sorry, but we saw what happened with Chris. So,
After I reveal the vote, the evicted house guests will have just a few moments to say their goodbyes before they are ejected from the house chat. By a vote of 7-1, Caroline has been evicted from the game of control.